From the Kozlowski Gymnasium here on the campus of Arlington High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School Boys Varsity Basketball. And we're getting ready for tip-off action as the Spy Ponders host the Tanners of Woburn High School. Hello everyone, I'm Don Phelan. I'm joined by Tim Hoffman. And first we'll get the starting lineups for both teams, and then Tim will talk to you. For Arlington, number 1, Jaden Williams. Number 23, Will Safak. Number 0, Simon Hess. Number 21, Caden Mills, and number 33, the freshman, James Digman. We'll get the Woburn 5 in a moment, but Tim, both teams with 9 losses on the season. Arlington at 6-9, Woburn at 7-9, and at this point in the season, it's really survival mode for both teams because you have to go at least 500 to make the state tournament. What each team can afford 1 loss, neither team can afford 2.
Yeah, you're going to see from Woburn tonight is a good hard-nosed game. They're going to come right at you, nothing fancy. They're going to probably play a half-court man-to-man. They'll probably play a little bit of a press after made, but they're tough kids. They're going to go to the hoop, and they're going to be very aggressive.
Held ball is the call there, and on the alternating possession rule, it will be Tanner ball. For the Tanners, number 11, Captain Joe Gattuso. 3-point shot on the corner is no good. Number 2 is Michael Chiodo, and putting it up and in there for Woburn is number 35. That's Josh Freeman, also in the starting lineup, number 34, Brett Tizzolo, and number 3, Liam Dillon. Head coach of the Tanners in his first season is Randy Parker. Of course, the head coach for the Spy Ponders in his third season is Jack Woods. So the
Woburn's going to go how Gattuso and Chiodo go. They're the engines right there. If they have good games, they're going to be tough to stop. They both attack the hoop. They're both aggressive offensively. Gattuso plays more like a football player, but he's a good basketball player.
Safak steps out of bounds. On the turnover, it will be Woburn ball.
Chiodo's going to have the ball in his hands a lot tonight.
3-point shot there is going to be no good. Bounces up, hits the support, and out of bounds. And one thing you might notice right off the bat, folks, is this game is being officiated by 3 officials. So what happens at the end of the season is the teams have that third official on the game for the officials to get used to using 3-man mechanics for the state tournament, and also for the teams to get used to having the game officiated by 3 officials. And Tim, as a former player, you can attest to what a difference that makes.
Chiodo on the 6th steal, you just see him. He's very good on the ball defender. He's going to pester these guys, and then they'll lead right to fast breaks. They're both tough kids.
Here's Dingman to the rack, no, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul. So it looks like it's Gattuso on the ground there, picking up the charge. Good defense by Woburn.
He takes charges in his spare time, Donnie.
Now we will have a foul committed by the Ponders. It's going to go against Simon Hess, his second on the team.
Dillon looks to score. Number 3, whenever he gets the ball, his first instinct is to look to score. He'll shoot or take it to the hoop. Good free throw shooter, too.
And his first free throw is good, and Woburn has the first 5 of the game. Spy Ponders yet to score. About 2 minutes into the game. 1 of 2 for the junior, and here come the Spy Ponders back the other way, and now a foul will be committed by Chiodo in the backcourt. Woburn with a little bit of pressure there, but a little bit too much activity there by Chiodo. He picks up his first and the first on the team.
I've seen them a couple times this year, and he's done the same thing, Don. He overplays the ball, especially in the backcourt, picks up some cheapies. Good to get him in foul trouble for the Spy Ponders.
Arlington still looking for their first points of the evening. Here comes Jaden Williams, pulls up and puts it in off the break.
Tough shot.
First points of the evening for the Spy Ponders belong to Jaden Williams. Spy Ponders on the board. They trail 5-2 with 5.5 minutes to go first quarter. Now a nice entry pass there.
They tried to slow him down in a 2-2-1 press. Woburn broke it pretty easily, but it will slow down their break a little bit.
7-2 now, Tanners. There's a nice pass there by Guttoso, I believe.
I think Williams is going to step up tonight, take it to the hoop. I don't think there's anyone on Woburn that can cover him one-on-one, Don.
He does just that, lays it up and in with the left hand, and the Spy Ponders have 2 more. It's 7-4 Woburn. About 5 minutes remaining first quarter. Little pull-up shot in the lane is short. Safak with the rebound. Gets it over to Caden Mills. Caden Mills has his pass intercepted. Now the ball's fought for, and we're going to have a held ball. And this time it will be Arlington ball. In the last game, an Arlington win against Reading, Mills with 9 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 assists. So he was all over the place for the Spy Ponders. And in the game before, Will Safak hit a basket with 0.6 of a second left to give the Spy Ponders a 1-point win over the Hawks of Waltham High School.
Safak will rip boards, too.
And those were the first 2 road wins of the season for the Spy Ponders.
I'll give it to Williams there. That's a good spot for him.
Arlington's been really good at home this year. Mills going to try a long floater, no. Rebound fought for. Digman got kind of hit from behind, lost control of the ball. Here come the Tanners the other way.
Spy Ponders back in a 2-3, a little bit of a matchup zone here, changing up the defenses on Woburn. I like the 2-3 against Woburn. They don't have a ton of shooters.
There's a long 3.
Exhibit A.
Very short there by Tuzolo. And on the air ball, Arlington grabs the rebound, comes back the other way. Here comes Jaden Williams to the rack.
I like
Puts it
that.
Up, floater, no.
That's all right. He's got to be aggressive offensively tonight. That's a good take. Hands up underneath.
Tuzolo in the corner, bounce pass outside to Dillon. Dillon's going to take the 3, missed the 3. Rebound fought for. Arlington knocks into the backcourt. Here comes Jaden Williams, a little 2-on-1. He's going
to
Euro.
Euro step, Donnie.
And he lays it up and in.
Remember what they used to call that back in the day?
Traveling.
They sure did.
Well, the Spy Ponders cut it to 1. It's now 7-6 Tanners.
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
3:23 remaining first quarter. A little pass there into the lane. Short shot missed.
Mills always being tough underneath there. Williams going to just attack the hoop.
See, ball's knocked out of bounds.
Oh, it's good defense. Good defense by Chiodo.
Apparently went off of Jaden's leg and out of bounds. It'll be Woburn ball. Coach Woods didn't like that call, but he's 45 feet away. Good call there by the official right on the spot.
He'll be involved in every play, Don. Chiodo, he's all over the place.
Mills got a hand on that one. Arlington couldn't quite come up with it. Mills got a hand on that one too. Knocked that one out of bounds. Woburn ball.
Good aggressive defense there by Mills. He's their spark plug. They'll stay in the 2-3 out of bounds here.
Hadn't noticed in one of those breaks, number 4, freshman Owen Haglund had checked in the Arlington lineup. And now a little shot there off the window was good by Guttoso, and he's on the board for the first time tonight. 9-6 Woburn, 2:50 remaining first quarter. Here's Jaden, tricky dribbling. Mills into the paint, spins, puts it up.
That's a nice move. That's against a good defender too. Gattuso's a good defender.
So the first points by a Ponder not named Jaden Williams is Caden Mills, his first bucket of the game, and Arlington again cuts it to 1-9-8. That's as close as they've been. They've never led in this one. Now timeout called by Woburn.
Woburn will stay in that half-court man, Don, and I think that Arlington can exploit them if they stay spread, use Williams' athleticism. I think that the half-court man is to their favor. Good game so far.
9-8 Woburn. 2:21 to go, first quarter. I mean, again, a lot on the line tonight. You know, both teams are a couple games below 500. This is a winnable game on both teams' schedule. They probably have it circled as one that they have to have. If both teams, either team loses, they'll be at the brink of not making the state tournament. Of course, the state tournament's going to be really funky this year. It's one of those literally a statewide tournament, and Arlington now reclassified as a Division I team. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But long road to hoe for both teams. Arlington needs to win 4 out of their final 5. And 4 of those final 5 are here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium, where Arlington has been very good with a record of 5-1.
Coach always has something different coming out of a timeout, Don. Expect something here, a 1-3-1, a boxing one, something.
Right now it's 1, Jaden Williams, 33, James Digman. Number 14 is Owen Hagland. Number 23 is Will Safak. And Caden Mills is number 21.
Oh, they're sticking with okay, they got a 1-2-2 sort of a matchup here. He'll never give you the same look coming out of a timeout. That's great defense there.
Safak with the block.
Stay on the floor.
With another block. Here comes Hagland the other way. He goes all the way to the hole. No. Rebound, put back. Jaden Williams is good.
Great defense leads to the easy bucket right there, Don.
Williams now with 8. Hagland kept Arlington in there last game against Reading at 14 in the game. He had 10 in the second quarter. Kind of single-handedly kept Arlington around in the game that they eventually won. Now, that ball went off of Hagland's foot. I don't know if he kicked it intentionally or not. They'll say he did not. Wouldn't matter anyway because there's no shot clock reset on the kick above 15 seconds. So Woburn will maintain possession with a minute 44 to go in the first quarter. And Arlington, with that last basket, takes their first lead of the game. 10-9 Ponders. Long three there is around the rim and out. There's Safak with
Arlington will settle on that, no problem. Seems like Arlington can control the defensive boards here, so they'll take those shots any day.
Here's Jaden, kicks out to Hagland. He ran around. Will Mills might have got away with a travel. I don't know about the charge part, but I think he might have got away with a travel. Dingman for 3. Back rim, no.
Good follow.
Fought for. Hagland comes up with it. Let's see what they have as a holding foul. It's going to go against Woburn. It's going to go against number 3, Liam Dillon. And now Woburn will go to the bench for the first time tonight. 2 substitutions. Number 10, Anthony Travers. And number 33 is Dominic Caffarella.
He's a big kid, Don. He hadn't played much the last time I saw him. I think he was injured earlier in the season, but let's see what he's got. Definitely looks like he's at least 6'6", 6'7", don't you think?
At least, yeah, tall kid. See how talented he is. Williams with a nice pull-up jump shot from just beyond the foul line. And Arlington now with a 12-9 lead. A little bit of a run here by the Ponders. And they lead it by 3. We're under a minute in the first quarter. Six on the shot clock. Good D by Arlington. Little dump pass inside. Put up, no. Rebound is
nice rebound.
Here come the Ponders. Let's see if they try to
Here they go.
For one. Jaden's going to attack. Now let's see if they pull it out. Here comes Caden. Oh,
what a pass.
To Safak, and Safak lays it in. Maybe
great teamwork.
Maybe the pass of the season by Caden Mills. And Arlington now with a 5-point lead, 14-9. 15 seconds to go, first quarter. Shot clock is off. See if Arlington can get a stop here and take this 5-point lead into the first and second quarter break. Chiodo for 3. Big time shot.
He'll hit those. He'll get hot. He'll get hot eventually.
2 seconds. 1. Jaden tries it to no avail. Comes up way short. And a very entertaining first quarter ends with the Spy Ponders up by 2.
Hey, it's a defense and rebound that kept them in the game there, Don.
At the end of the first quarter, Arlington 14, Woburn 12. We'll be back with the second quarter, excuse me. And getting ready for second quarter action, Don Fan along with Tim Hoffman. Spy Ponders lead it by 2 as we begin the second quarter. Not quite a must-win situation for the Ponders, but pretty darn close. Another little pull-up jump shot there by Guttoso is good. So the senior captain of the Tanners now has 4 points, and we're tied at 14.
Woburn switched up into a 2-3 zone here, Don. They usually play their half court.
And we're going to have a blocking foul on the baseline, no shot. Arlington with the same 5 in the game to start the second quarter that they had to end the first quarter. Mills, Safak, Williams, Hagland, and Dingman. Of course, Hagland and Dingman, both freshmen. And with some of the injuries for the Spy Ponders, the freshmen are getting a lot of playing time. Bodes well for the future for the Ponders. Now, a short shot there was missed by Hagland, but in the ensuing rebounding action, going to have a held ball. Possession arrow favors the Ponders.
The Spy Ponders are playing super hard offense and defensive glass.
Corner shot for Dingman. He's been known to hit those. That one just off. And they're going to get Safak with a rebounding foul.
Really good box out by Gattuso there.
Yeah, no-brainer on that one. Will being aggressive on the offensive glass. He's had a number of defensive rebounds, a couple of block shots in that first quarter. He's been everywhere on the defensive end.
Still in the 2-2-1, trying to slow them down a little bit.
Team fouls are 3 apiece, so neither team in danger of being in the bonus quite yet, or the penalty, I should say, quite yet. Here's Gattuso, bottled up a little bit. 3-point shot is good, and that's Gattuso. So all of a sudden, Gattuso, the captain, has come alive offensively with 5 second quarter points. Dingman for 3, goes up and out of bounds. It'll be Tanner ball.
Woburn's very streaky on the threes. You don't want to get them hot though, because they'll make them in bunches.
So it's been a little bit of a seesaw these last couple minutes. Ponders were down. They took the lead. Actually, it was tied. They took the lead. Then it was tied, and now Woburn has the lead. 3-point shot, no good. And there's that tall player there for the Tanners, Caffarella, and he caused Dingman to commit a reach-in foul. Dingman will pick up that foul, his first, I believe, 4th on the team. Now for Arlington checking into the lineup for the first time tonight.
First time we've seen Caffarella. There's good rebound there, good offensive glass.
Matt Newfer checks in for the Ponders, the junior, number 20. Now Mills is kind of up top on that zone. Jaden came in from behind, kind of took that away, and here comes Arlington with the ball in the turnover. Caden is going to be called for a charge.
You saw that coming, Don.
Yeah, and I think that's the second time now, so that must be Gattuso's thing. He's not afraid to get in there, plant the body, take the charge, and Arlington has to be careful of that. He's got that play down pat.
Remember the old drill stop at the foul line?
Yep.
Could use that tonight.
And with all due respect to Caden, that's one of those plays, too, where you really want to get that ball to your guard and get it back. Shot is missed. Safak with yet another rebound. Caden was ahead of the pack. Jaden couldn't see him. Jaden's bottled up. Gets it to Will Safak. James Dingman now dribbles into the paint. Had the ball stripped away. That's a foul.
Good call.
Indeed, it will be on Caffarella. I believe that will be his first and the 4th on the team. See if they call that a shooting foul. They will not. Arlington's ball on the baseline.
If they attack the hoop, they're going to get some fouls called, because Woburn's just super aggressive.
For the Tanners, checking into the lineup for the first time tonight is number 13, Zach Roderick. And also back into the lineup for the Tanners is number 35, Josh Freeman. Inbounding play, ball's loose. Caden comes up with it. Ball's knocked away. Let's see what happens here. Safak tried to save it. Nobody touched it. Woburn ball on the turnover.
Good D by Woburn.
So 5:40 remaining, second quarter. Tanners lead it 17-14.
Need to stop right here. Be a good stop.
A little bit of a delay, I'm not sure why, but now we're back in business. Arlington again in that zone that's kind of, seems like it keeps coming more and more forward. Gattuso, jump shot from the foul line, no good. The pass might have been deflected, but Jaden Williams able to track it down. Newfer for 3, no. Rebound fought for. Mills knocks it out of bounds. Mills was in there 1-on-3, still got a hand on it, but unfortunately couldn't control it.
He's going to keep playing hard till the whistle, Don.
Here's the 2-2-1 again for the Ponders. Woburn breaks it with the long pass into the paint. Good strong move there.
Good D, but that was a good offensive move.
Yeah, that's Freeman. Probably his best move of the game. He's got 4. Tanner's back up by 5 now.
Oh, we got to bounce that.
Turns it over. Here come the Tanners the other way. If they score, I don't see if Coach Woods takes a timeout, and indeed he does.
Yeah, they can really turn their defense into fast break opportunities.
Tuzzolo with the basket on the transition with the left hand, lays it up and in. Spy Ponders trail by 7. Timeout, Arlington.
I almost like Williams more off the ball, Don. He's got the ball in his hands all the time, and he's very good at that, but I think off the ball you could utilize his quickness and his offensive ability a little bit, and I like him off the ball.
While we have a moment, I'd like to thank our crew tonight. Excuse me for a moment. Crew is headed by, of course, Anim Osmani, the sports director here at ACMi Sports, and assisting him tonight is Ashley Chung, Saul Yudowski, and Ruhan Sharman Soneja. So thank you very much to them for helping us out here tonight, bringing you the broadcast of the Spy Ponders home game. Arlington, 5 games remaining, counting tonight, and 4 of those 5 are here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. 2 games next week on Tuesday and Friday. And then they'll go on the road for a game the following week and ended up on the 23rd here in a makeup game against
Spy Ponders need a good trip here, Don, with a good shot.
Down 7 with 4:49 remaining, second quarter. Now, good defense.
Giotto's tough on the ball, D.
He was that.
He's going to get his hand in everything.
Williams able to come up with it. Here's Newfer on the drive. Tough man-to-man defense outside here. It looks like a zone, but they're really matching up on Jaden. Newfer for 3. No. Dingman with the putback, lays it up and in.
That's the way to crash the glass from the weak side.
James Digman with his first basket of the game, and the Spy Ponders now trail at 21-16, coming up on the halfway point of the second quarter.
Good time to get your first hoop. Oh, he looked like he traveled a little bit there.
Kicked it out on the baseline drive. They kick it back outside. Now we will have a traveling violation called. Arlington ball.
Good defense on that trip by the Spy Ponders.
4:10 remaining second quarter. Arlington trails at 21-16.
You got to piece a couple of trips together here, Don. Get a couple in a row. Keep this thing right on track. There you go.
Jaden Williams, 3-point shot, no good. Jaden has 10 of Arlington's 16. A little pull-up jump shot there, goes around and out for Gattuso.
I'm not sure who's counting rebounds, but 23 is going to have about 23.
And that's his jersey number. Caden Mills, he might have walked. They kick it back out. Jaden fakes, goes into the contact. They kick it back out. Caden Mills into the paint, kicks it back out. Newfer drives, gets it inside
nice
the
pass.
back, and he lays it up and in. So there's been some good interior passing tonight by the Spy Ponders.
That worked because it's a bounce pass. You know, he throws that without the bounce, it gets picked off.
21-18 Tanners, 3:15 remaining second quarter. 3-point shot, Gattuso, no. Safak with another rebound.
Get used to saying that.
Not really with the numbers here. Here comes Mills. He's going to go all the way to the 10, lays it up. Got unlucky
That was
there.
a nice take, too.
To cut the lead down to a single point. Ponders still trail it by 3. Under 3 minutes remaining second quarter. Giotto kicks it back out.
Nice pass.
Inside, missing the layup though. Tuzzolo got it inside to Gattuso. He couldn't capitalize. Ponders could tie it with a 3. Let's see if Jaden can do it. No, back rim. Woburn with the rebound. 2.5 minutes remaining second quarter. 21-18 Tanners.
Woburn wants to slow things down a little bit here.
3-point shot, top of the key, no. Newford fought for that rebound, got enough of it to keep it alive. Safak to Jaden, Jaden back, ooh, he tried to get it back to Safak on the give and go, didn't work. Now
Great
he gets
pass.
it inside to Digman. Digman looked like they maybe got a little push there. Here's Safak back up, no, but he'll go to the line for 2. But again, we've seen some good passing tonight by the Ponders. See who gets that foul. Looks like it's going to go against number 35, Josh Freeman. For Freeman, that's his first. 5th on the team. Both teams now with 5 first-half fouls. 1 more to give before bonus sets in. Safak's free throw rolls around and in. For Arlington, Number 4, Owen Haglund back into the lineup. And for Woburn, number 33, Dominic Caffarella back in. 1 of 2 for Safak. Ponders down by 2, 21-19 with 2 minutes exactly remaining in this first half. Both teams with just 7. Excuse me, Arlington being held to 5 second quarter points. Woburn scored 9, so both teams in single digits here with 1:48 to go in the quarter. Offensively, Arlington struggling with 5 second quarter points so far.
I like when Arlington gets into the 2-3, Don. I don't think that Woburn has the shooters to break the 2-3.
Pull-up shot there, fade away, no. Newfer with the rebound. Arlington with a chance to tie with a 2, could take the lead with the 3. Newfer on the drive, pulls up, difficult shot, no. 1:24 to go, Woburn still holding on to that 2-point lead. Here comes Gattoso, going to kick it out to Chiodo, back to Gattoso, excuse me. 3-point shot is good, and that's number 3.
There's your shooter right there.
Liam Dillon, that's his first bucket of the game. Arlington's held him in check, but a big time there for a 3-pointer for Dillon. And
if Dillon gets his feet set, he's going to hit that.
Tanner's lead it by 5. 1 minute remaining, first half. Haglund for 3, no. Arlington has gone cold here in the second quarter with 5 second quarter points. Pull-up shot, Chiodo, no, excuse me, Gattuso. Now Arlington with about 12 second differential between the 2 clocks. They see if they go 2 for 1. Haglund's going to take that 3. Haglund's going to make that 3. Owen Haglund for 3, his first bucket of the game. And the Spy Pond is down by 2. I think Woburn will probably be happy to hold for 1 here with a 2-point lead and the shot clock off.
Good timing on hitting that 3, Don. They needed it.
He's been close on a couple, so that's sometimes all you need for shooters. Knock down 1, they start going down for you. 8 seconds to go. Arlington has a foul to give, should they choose that. 3-point shot, way off the mark. 1 second, Safak's going to throw it up at the buzzer, no. And that's the way this first half will end. The score at the end of the first half, Woburn 24, Arlington 22. We'll be back with second half action. And we're back for second half action. Don Phelan along with Tim Hoffman. And Tim, kind of what we expected. It's 6-9 team, a 7-9 team. Both teams fighting to maybe keep their playoff hopes alive in a 2-point halftime game.
We were kidding before the game, the last person that has the ball is going to win this thing.
Yeah.
I think we're right on the money here, Don. Both teams are playing hard. Great high school basketball game. A lot of effort. And, both teams very well coached. And it's just it's a good atmosphere to be here and to watch these kids playing their hearts out.
Big hoop by Owen Haglund at the end of that first half, Tim. Arlington was down by 5. They'd only scored 5 second quarter points. He hit that 3 to give Arlington a little bit of momentum going into the locker room. Yeah,
they really needed that. That was a corner 3. And his other 3s are right on the money. It wasn't like they were just wild 3s. If they can get him going to loosen up the defense, that would be a huge take this half.
Spy Ponders will go with the 5 that began the game for them. Number 1, Jaden Williams. Number 23, Will Safak. Number 0, Simon Hess. Number 21, Caden Mills. And number James Digman. Pop, you got to give a lot of credit to Simon Hess. He's playing with a bad ankle. He tried it in warm-ups. He was in the starting lineup. Coach Woods took him out a little bit early in there. He's going to try to give it a go here at the beginning of the second half as well. You can see he's a little hobbled there defensively. Watch as you try.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they're in the 2-3, Don.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be long for the second half. There's a long 3-pointer there.
Yeah, Dylan's tough. You got to get on him, especially when you're playing that zone. Got to get a hand in his face.
Yeah, I want to say he hit his last 2. He hit 1 at the end of the first half, and he hits his first here in the third quarter to give the Tanners now a 5-point lead, 27-22 now.
Yeah, he's one of the better set shooters in the Middlesex League.
Jaden got double teamed. Good defense there by the Tanners. They turn it over. And he got a little entry pass there, stolen by Safak. Here comes Jaden Williams. He's going to go one-on-one. He's going to Euro. He's going to put it up. No. Woburn with the rebound. Missed opportunity there for the Spy Ponders after the good defense there on the turnover. Baseline drive, up and under and good.
He's got to step in and take away that baseline so he doesn't get underneath the hoop there.
That's two nice moves that we've seen from Freeman. One at the end of the first half, well, maybe halfway through the second quarter, I should say, and then that one on the baseline drive.
Big possession right here.
Arlington facing their largest deficit of the game, 29-22. Woburn has come out and put up the first 5 of this third quarter. Dingman on the drive, turns, spins, kicks it back out to Hess. Jaden Williams is going to drive. Tough shot. He got some contact there, no question.
All right, that's good. Stop the clock and hit 2, hopefully.
Tizzola will pick up the foul. Yeah, and Owen Hagelin's already at the scorer's table ready to check in. I'm assuming he's going to go in for Simon Hess. You can see Hess gingerly wiggling that left, must be his left ankle.
Hey, give him an A+ for getting out there, Don, and seeing if he can go.
No question about that. Indeed it is. Hagelin for Hess. First substitution of the second half for the Spy Ponders. Williams hits the free throw. He has 11.
When he goes to bed tonight with a sore ankle, he'll know he gave everything he had.
A dozen now for Jaden as he hits both free throws, cuts the Spy Ponder deficit down to 5. 6:23 remaining, third quarter.
Nice pass.
Yeah, that was a good play by Woburn. And the recipient of that nice pass is number 3, Liam Dillon, and he puts in the short little shot. Good offensive possession there by the Tanners. Well, one thing, if Woburn is playing in the zone, which it looks like they are, one thing they are doing is they are making life very miserable for Jaden Williams. Now a reach and foul will be called against Michael Chiodo.
He can't help himself sometimes. He plays good defense. He's in front of the ball, but then he does the reach, and he gets into trouble on the foul there.
Chiodo with his second on the team. Coach Woods calls out the sideline play. Williams going to drive baseline. He's going to take a difficult shot, one off of a Woburn leg last, Arlington ball.
Good play, at least they're attacking the hoop.
5:52 remaining, third quarter. Ponders down by 7. Jaden Williams, let's see, and they will call him for an offensive foul. I think that's one of those plays where some people will say, you know, did the defensive player have position? And maybe he didn't, but you still can't Heisman somebody and stiff arm him, and I think that's what the call is there. I think
it's almost like who made the contact.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I'm sorry. Maybe Woburn player didn't have great defensive position, but when you extend the arm like that, I think that's a good call. Jaden's got to, you know, you can have that arm there, but once you extend it, if he keeps it steady and creates the contact, I think you're okay there. In the paint again, a little short shot there by Guttoso. Guttoso now with 9, and now Woburn extends what is now their largest lead of the game. It's 33-24 Tanners, 5:17 remaining, third quarter. Jaden goes tricky dribbles into the paint, takes a tough shot and makes it.
Exactly what they needed right there, Don.
And Coach Woods is going to take his second timeout. Attention Arlington youth filmmakers. The A-Town Teen Film Festival is fast approaching, and the submission date is due soon to be announced. No, the submission date has been announced. It's due April 1st. So get your creative juices flowing, produce a short film, and you might make it big. For more information, email info@acmi.tv. Good luck to all of you who might enter that. Something I certainly couldn't do, and an opportunity. You know, that's the kind of thing that we didn't have here in high school back in the when the dinosaurs roamed. And so, good opportunities for these students to pick up a skill. These student volunteers that are helping us out here tonight, picking up a life skill. Good stuff.
Super talented crew you got here, Don.
No doubt, the best. Led by ACMi sports producer Anim Asmani, and the rest of the crew is Ashley Chung, Saul Udowski, Ruhan Sharma Soneja. Thank you again for being here and doing what you do. 5:03 remaining, third quarter. Ponders down by 7.
Picking up full court man-to-man now.
Williams has a tough matchup. He's got a guy Chiodo. Have to work on both ends of the floor.
That's a
Beautiful
nice
backdoor
play.
cut. And laying it in is
They've done that
Gutoso.
before, Don.
Yeah. Yep.
They've been practicing that since they were 10 at the Woburn Boys Club.
Again, Woburn gets the lead back up to 9, 35-26. Tanners. I think they're going.
Even though it went against our home team here, that was a very nice play.
Beautiful
It's nice
play.
to see.
Sure, Coach Woods will take a look at that one. Probably has it in his arsenal as well, and wait for an opportunity to use it on the backdoor cut. A little problem with the shot clock. It's been resolved. Arlington now with 16 on the shot clock. And that's a bad foul by Chiodo there.
It's his third, right?
It is. And that's
Yeah,
why
he does that a lot. He gets a little bit overly aggressive. It'd be good to get one more on.
Yeah, let's see how Coach Parker plays this. You know, I mean, he's going to have to roll the dice a little bit. I think one thing he might do is change the matchup. Put
I
somebody
think
else
he's
on.
used to playing with fouls, though.
Yeah, I think what he's done now is he's settled back into more of a conventional 2-3 zone and not really harassing Williams like he has been for the last quarter and 2 quarters and a half.
Nice
Inside
pass.
to Safek, puts it up and in.
Mills to Safek again. That's worked well.
Safak with 7, Ponders down by 7, coming up on the halfway point of the third quarter. 35-28 Woburn. Chiodo, tricky dribbles into the paint, throws up a off-balance shot. Not a bad move, but couldn't get the roll. Here comes Jaden Williams the other way.
Oh.
Hagelin kept the pivot. Here's Safak.
That's a nice play.
Move, Will Safak. Big man move, lays it up and in. He's got 9. Down to a 5-point Woburn lead.
I'm calling for most improved player in the Middlesex League. I saw him early in the season, Don. He's really come a long way.
He's made a big difference here the last few games for the Spy Ponders.
Rebounds, plays tough defense. Now he's turning some offense as well.
And they need more from him with Will Chun out of the lineup. Now going all the way to the basket and laying it in is Gutoso. Strong move there by the senior captain. He now has 13. High point man for the Tanners. Here's Safak again, bottled up. Let's see, the ball's loose, tied up, and a held ball will be the call. And on the alternating possession, the arrow points Arlington's way.
I think there's that extra dribble down there. If he just goes straight up, he'll probably draw the foul on that. Tough angle, but still he'd probably draw the foul.
So, of course, no shot clock reset on the held ball. Arlington will maintain possession. 16 on that shot clock. 2:59 game clock, third quarter. Hagelin. Jaden Williams go with Chiodo, almost picked up the fourth on the cheap wraparound play. And now
The 3 fouls doesn't slow him down, Don.
No, he's lucky. But instead, a blocking foul on the baseline is committed by Josh Freeman. Freeman picks up his 2nd. That's the 4th on the team. So a little foul trouble early on for the Tanners, at least team foul-wise. Dingman's going to take the 3 from the corner, just short. Mills fought for the rebound, couldn't get there. 2:44 to go, Ponders down 7.
Woburn's content to run their offense, run it around a little bit, take a little time off the clock.
Arlington still in the man-to-man. Toso had a notion on the 3, decided not to. 10 on the shot clock. They go inside.
Good help defense. Ooh,
putting it
gotta
up.
stay on the floor on that.
Count the basket for Brett Tozzolo, and he will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
It's good. He had the right angle. He came over. Good help defense. If he stays on the floor on that, he could possibly draw a charge because the offensive player doesn't know he's there. But once he leaves his feet, he's vulnerable, and it was a good way to draw a foul by Woburn.
Hagelin picks up the foul for Owen. That's his first. Free throw is no good. Team foul number 2 against the Ponders. Back up to a 9-point lead. Owen Hagelin for 3. Yes, sir.
Get in. There we go. That's what you need.
So Hagelin picked up the foul down one end, hits the 3 on the other, and he cuts the Woburn lead down to 6. 39.
He's not lacking in any confidence, Don.
The freshman can shoot it, that's for sure.
Yep. Shoot or shoot.
A lot of tricky dribbling here by Chiodo. When he goes to the hole, no. Rebound to Tozzolo, and he lays it in. Tozzolo with 8 now.
That was probably the one rebound that Safek missed all game.
And back up to 8. Seems
Good
like
screen.
every time Arlington hits, Woburn has
Get
an
in.
answer.
There
Hagelin,
it is.
3 more. Owen Hagelin with consecutive three-point baskets for the Ponders. And right now, Ponders are swapping 3 for 2, so they've chopped into the lead. It's now 5. More tricky dribbling by Chiodo.
Oh,
Bertoso takes the pull-up, and he gets the roll. And now Woburn will take a timeout.
he's going to tell him maybe you want to cover 4 in the corner.
Yeah, that's some good coaching advice there.
Hey, they got some timely offense. That's what they needed. They were sort of stagnant on offense. They got a couple of three-pointers there. Some good defensive stops.
ACMi Sports will try to bring coverage of all of the home games across many sports throughout the year. You can check your local listings at acmi.tv. Our coverage can certainly expand with your help, parents and students alike. If you'd like to volunteer, email us at sports@acmi.tv. And we just found out that the Arlington High School swim team finished second in the league meet recently, with Lexington taking home the Middlesex League title.
And that's a tough league, Don. Every team's tough in that swim league.
So Woburn took timeout number 2, both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. And Woburn, Arlington, you know, they've gotten it to maybe as close as 5, 6, but it seems like every time they hit, Woburn hasn't had an answer down the other end.
Yeah, Woburn is just going to stay aggressive. I mean, they're just tough kids, and they're going to keep coming at you, so they need to string together some defensive stops with some good offensive possessions.
So it's Haglund, Williams, Mills, Dingman, and Safak, the 5 for your Spy Ponders. Jaden Williams has the lane on the baseline drive, puts it up, no.
Maybe a reverse there might have been better.
Yeah, it was semi-contested by Freeman, but Williams unable to power through that one. Of course, more being asked of Will Safak, too, with the injury to Will Chun, Arlington's tri-captain. Now a reaching foul committed against Hagelin, and Coach Woods did not like that call.
Good defense, though.
2 hands on the player. Supposed to be an automatic call. I'm not so sure how often officials do call that, but as soon as this is a point of emphasis and kind of almost a rule change 3 years ago, I want to say, if you put 2 hands on a basketball player, it's supposed to be an automatic call.
The double hand check.
Yep.
It's the only way I could play D, Don.
Illegal. 3-point shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Tanners. Ponder ball. Freedom of movement. They want some more freedom of movement. So they've taken away that double hand check. All of a sudden, we're at 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. About a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Ponders down by 3.
Oh, nice crossover.
Jaden Williams
and
to the
one.
basket. Count it. Jaden Williams will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Set up by a nice screen by Mills. Mills put a nice body on him.
Again, Mills doing those things that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, and that set up that play right there. And let's see if Jaden can complete the 3-point play. Jaden now with 16 of Arlington's 38.
Nice.
Free throw is good.
All right, big defense right here.
Yeah, 4-point
They're going to go
game.
full court man.
Woburn will probably try to hold for a final shot, be the difference between, and Woburn will get the ball to begin the fourth quarter, so Arlington really does need to have a stop here. Chiodo, top of the key, into the lane, kicks it out. Stolen.
Good D.
Stolen by
Attack the
Williams.
hoop.
He's going to throw it up.
All right.
No. But at least a prevented opportunity there for the Tanners. And so Arlington survives that possession without giving up any points. And they'll go to the intermission here with a 4-point deficit. Score at the end of 3, Woburn 43, Arlington 39. We'll be back with the conclusion of this one in just a moment. And getting ready for fourth quarter action. Spy Ponders down by 4. Tim, what do the Ponders need to do to take this one home? Down 4 heading into the final 8 minutes of the game.
Obviously tough defense, and I like Williams taking it to the hoop, drawing fouls and scoring. They're going to really need to attack the hoop. Woburn's going to be tough though.
Arlington with the same 5 to begin the fourth quarter that ended the third quarter. Williams, Mills, Safak, Hagland, and Digman, of course, freshman getting a lot of playing time now. Nice little drive to the basket there by Chioda, and he starts the fourth quarter off strong for the Tanners.
A quiet 14, but he'll sneak up on you.
Arlington's first offensive possession of the fourth quarter. Woburn just scored on theirs, so Arlington looking to answer. You don't really want this lead to get too much larger here in the fourth quarter. Dingman for 3. He got hit on the box out, but he nails the 3.
A contested shot, too.
Contact deemed legal by the officials. Straight up and down, the officials said. That's a good call there. Dingman knocks down the 3. Ponders down by 3. 1 possession game. 7 minutes to go.
No quitting either one of these teams. There's another rebound.
Guttoso with a difficult shot.
Let's call that an even 20.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that Coach Parker loved that shot by his senior captain. Let's see if Arlington with a chance to tie it with a 3. Dingman goes baseline drive, and he's pushed. And that will be team foul number 6 against the Tanners, so Arlington will be in the bonus for the duration of this game. It looks like the foul will be committed by number 35, Josh Freeman. Excuse me, it is Freeman, and the scoreboard had 3, and they have now changed that to 4. So Freeman has to check out of the Tanner lineup, and he's replaced by Dominic Caffarella.
I always like Arlington out starting off underneath their basket. They'll run something quick. Here we go, open shot.
Dingman for 3 to tie it.
Boom. Ooh. That looked good too.
Short. Here comes Woburn. He's got a player ahead of the pack.
Nice pass.
And up and under. Ooh, no contact there.
Another rip.
This ball's knocked loose. Woburn ball. Good hustle by both players. And Chiodo did the old knock it off, the old soccer play. Knock it off the other
Super good
player.
hustle there by Chiodo.
And Safak there as well for the Ponders. So Woburn will get a new possession out of that. New shot clock. They lead by 3 with 6:23 to go in the contest. There's Guttoso, fakes, takes a little flip shot, and got the roll. Oh boy. Joe Guttoso got a lucky bounce there, but he'll take it. Tanners by 5. Jaden Williams into the paint, difficult move, puts it up. No, he'll go to the line for 2.
Seems like he can get fouled at will, Don. Taking it to the hoop. Yeah, especially when they let the Euro step go through.
Well, he's had a tough go of it. He's been harassed by Chiodo up top, and then when he goes into the paint, Woburn quick to collapse on him, that's for sure. Williams has been a good free throw shooter during the season.
Give him a little break. He ain't subbing out of this game.
Oh, no. Yeah, both teams with 3 timeouts, and I think coaches will use the timeouts if for no other reason than to rest players. 19 for
picking up full again.
Junior tri-captain. Under 6 minutes to go. Ponders down 3. That's going to be short. Williams with the rebound. Tricky dribbles through traffic. Basically goes around. He might go through the whole team.
Attack the hoop.
He does. He literally went through all 5 Woburn players. And they're going to call that an intentional foul?
Ooh. I like half of the call, Don.
The signal's been made. They're lining up for free throws, but that signal was made originally by the official who was on the call, and if that's the case, they're going to clear that out. And Coach Woods is saying, guys, get out of there. Yep, he called it intentional, clear it out. And the Woburn players, I don't think,
2 shots in the ball?
Yeah, and I don't think the Woburn players know what's going on. I wonder if Coach Parker
Especially
does.
Coach doesn't yet.
I don't know if Coach Parker knows what's going on, and he's going to get an explanation. Let's see if he accepts it. The official goes over there to give him his explanation about what happened. I didn't have a great look at it. It looked like just a regular drive. I mean, but the impressive thing about that play was
Williams made the defensive play and then finished down the end too.
And he dribbled through all. So basically at the Arlington's defensive foul line, he dribbled among 3 players. Went past another guy at half court, I think. Went to the basket and then was fouled by the last defender, which for Woburn was Liam Dillon. So now let's see indeed what's the call. I don't know if it was a technical or so. I think they're going to call an intentional foul on Woburn. So a huge opportunity for Arlington. 2 shots and the ball. Jaden Williams hits the first free throw. Wow. And Arlington should get the ball right there on the baseline with a chance to take the lead. Both of them. No, I think differently. No, I think it was a technical foul called. So not an intentional foul, but a technical foul. So even better. Now Arlington gets the 2 on the foul. They get 2 on the technical, and they'll get the ball at midcourt. And Williams is just knocking down free throws like he's in the gym by himself and having a good old time.
And depending on who it was, it counts as a personal foul too, correct?
And a team foul. He makes all 4 of them, and Arlington will get the ball at midcourt. A huge turn of events in this ball game. Arlington now leads by 1, 48-47, 5:44 to go in the game. Wow. I don't know if it was something that was maybe said amongst the players or something was said under the breath to the official. Now Williams is going to try to make it a 7-point play. Couldn't do it. That would have been nice.
4 threes and a 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, the signal wasn't for the technical. It looked like what you originally said, that it was a intentional foul.
Yep. Good defense by Dignan, cutting off the baseline. This is the loudest we've heard the Kozlowski Gymnasium all night. Ponders with the lead. Student body section yelling for defense. 8 on the shot clock. Ponders by 1. Chiodo, tricky dribbles, into the paint, pull-up jump shot, around the rim and out. Rebound by the tall boy, and that's Caffarella. And Caffarella lays it in and gives the Tanners the lead.
Can't teach size, Don.
Caffarella really with his first impact play offensively tonight. Picked a good time for it to give the Tanners their lead. Back up by 1. Jaden to the basket. Blocked from behind, and it will be Arlington ball.
We got to the hoop, but that was good deep, good recovery.
So 49-48 Tanners, 4:48 remaining fourth quarter. Nice play there on the inbounding. Mills to the basket. No, he's fouled on the play. So the team fouls really racking up for the Tanners. They just committed their 10th team foul. This would have been a shooting foul anyway for Caden Mills. But now with 10 team fouls, Arlington will be in double bonus for the duration of the game. First free throw is around and out.
Be good to get to at least this one here. There you go.
1 of 2.
He's got a nice follow through.
Caden Mills, he's just a sophomore, remember. Arlington really with a young lineup in there right now. No seniors in the Arlington lineup right now. Pull-up shot.
Tough D.
No good. Oh, there's Caffarella again, keeping it alive. So he's now made an impact the last 2 possessions for Woburn. Has Caffarella.
Oh, it looked like a little push off there.
There we go. Similar to the play earlier in the game against Jaden Williams. Mills with good defense. Safak. And sometimes you can tell as an official when the players react in a certain way that maybe Safak made a good play, but then again, you know how players are, they lie.
It looked like good defense, probably was the right call, but Arlington has to be aggressive. You can't just let someone drive to the hoop like that.
So for Will, he picks up foul number 2.
It turns out to be a good foul.
4th on the team.
Got a box out here.
Yeah, also, too, officials don't like when they look up at team fouls and see a 10-3. Next borderline one went against the Ponders, but around the rim and out on the second free throw. Woburn unable to take advantage of that call. They come up empty. Here's Caden Mills. Good move there. He was going to have an easy bunny, but lost the handle at the last moment. We're tied at 49 and just about halfway through this fourth quarter. And again, the student body section yelling for defense. Of course, this is the first of a doubleheader here at the Kozlowski.
They're going to try to ISO here.
Chiodo, pull up pop. Yes.
He's tough off the dribble, that mid-range. That's a tough shot, too. That 9-12 footer is a tough shot.
Yeah, the mid-range game not really existing a lot of times in this day and age, and Chiodo with a nice bucket there to give the Tanners a 2-point lead. 3:36 remaining, fourth quarter. Here's Safak for a rare three. Ooh, around the rim and out. Missed opportunity there for the Ponders.
Just missed that.
3:24 remaining, and a timeout called by Woburn.
He's going to want to make sure he gets some good shots. They're going to probably ISO Chiodo and Gattuso. Try to get something going on a two-man game there.
So as we mentioned, this is the first of a stretch that Arlington plays 4 out of their final 5 games here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. The next home game will be on Tuesday, February 15th, a non-league game against O'Brien High School. Then Arlington will play a makeup game on Friday the 18th against Belmont at 6:30 here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. That will be senior night. Arlington then will play at Bedford on Monday the 21st, which is a holiday game. Not sure what time that game is at Bedford. And then the final game of the season for Arlington will be the 23rd, when they will play another makeup game, this time against Boston Latin. That's a 6 o'clock game on February 23rd. So the next home game is Tuesday, and then senior night is Friday. Tuesday the 15th, Friday the 18th for senior night.
It's they're winnable games there. So some of those teams are going to be tough. O'Brien for sure, Latin for sure.
Of course, Bedford,
Belmont's up and down.
Yep, Bedford is on Arlington's side, if you will. They played earlier in the season. Arlington won that game, so that's a winnable game, even though it's on the road. Arlington has been very, very good at home this year, winning 5 out of 6. 23 seconds on the shot clock for the Tanners.
They really need to stop right here.
Student body section alive again. Chiodo, tricky dribbles, takes the pull-up pop again and hits again. He's kind of doing a nice job, unfortunately, of really like lulling the Arlington defensive player to sleep with the tricky dribbles through the leg a couple of times. Then he just takes that pull-up. What do you figure? If the foul line's 15 feet, the pull-up little 12-footer.
I'd almost overplay him. Oh, moving pick, darn it.
Yeah, they're going to get Safak on an illegal screen, and Arlington turns it over.
Yeah, I'd overplay Chiodo and then make him take it to the hoop, and then he gets caught up with the big guys in there, but he's tough from that mid-range jumper.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just really mostly in the second half. I mean, he only has 11 points, but 6, I think, here in the fourth quarter. Another pull-up pop. Short this time. Caffarello with the rebound, and he puts it in. And I'll tell you, the Woburn section is getting excited because there's nothing better than a player who doesn't play much, but looks like he has potential, comes off the bench and makes an impact, and that's what Caffarello has done here in this fourth quarter.
He's done everything that they asked him to do.
Give him credit. He's playing defense here, but Safak just simply too quick for him, and Caffarello was trying to maintain good defensive position, but you could see him just bumping Will the whole way. He picks up the foul.
That's actually a pretty good foul, though, too.
Yeah, Will was going to go by him and probably lay it in. So Safak at the line. That's foul number 3 for Caffarello. First free throw by Will is no good. We got 55-49 Tanners, 2:18 to go. Rebound by Guttoso, who's been kind of quiet in the second half. Guttoso. It's been more of the Chiodo show. Now they've switched. They put Caden Mills on Chiodo instead of Jalen. Maybe he's trying to save a little bit of Jalen's energy for offense, too. Tough matchup. Guttoso's going to take it through. If this goes in, it's going to be difficult to come back. He missed it.
There's another rebound. Good job.
Is he up to 23? Under 2 minutes to go. Ponders down 6. They need a hoop. Dingman for 3. No. Rebound fought for. And apparently Mills was last to touch it. Officials looking at each other to see if anyone has anything different. Again, they're going to time out Woburn in the meantime. But again, sometimes you just, the reaction of players.
It's a close one, Don.
Yeah. You know, and as an official, you always, you know, those are tough calls. You know, you got many hands going up there. Someone hit it out of bounds. But sometimes the reactions of the players really tell a lot. And just that one just didn't go Arlington's way. So that is timeout number 4 for the Tanners. They have just 1 remaining. Coach Woods has only used 2. So see, he still has 3 timeouts. Ponders are down by 6. And it's at the point now where really Arlington can't afford to let Woburn score too many more times.
They're most certainly going to come out in some sort of press here.
Tim, while we have a moment, how about a Super Bowl prediction, if you care?
I just think the Rams are too tough, Don. I mean, they have offense, defense. It's like back in the day. Remember when the Pistons couldn't beat the Celtics and the Bulls? Then they learned how to win. I think the Rams are in that type of thing where they lost their game, but now they've tightened things up a little bit. I like the Rams, even though I think Cincy's a great story.
Sure.
But I think Cincy will be back, but this year I like the Rams.
You know, it's kind of funny because as a Patriots fan, you know, you think about the teams you have to hurdle to make a good run. You think Buffalo and Kansas City right off the bat. Now you think, wait a second, neither one of those teams is even in the Super Bowl. Now you have another team that's going to be tough.
That can reload too. They have some holes and they're going to reload.
Back to the live action here. Mills all over Chiodo. Chiodo again with the tricky dribble. I think Woburn will be content.
I'd let him dribble out there.
Yeah, but Woburn probably wants to use a little bit of clock. Chiodo with the floater. Blocked, rebound fought for. Chiodo comes up with it. Did that hit the rim? Apparently it did. They reset the shot clock. 3 off the window. No. Rebound fought for. Let's see who comes up with it. Great hustle by Caden Mills. And now timeout by Arlington.
We call it timeout?
Coach Woods did. And it was a collision back here. I kind of took my attention to see what happened to Will Safak as he's still down on the floor now, up and seems to be
Mills
okay.
is one heck of a tough kid.
Wow. He just flicked that ball away, and I think Coach Woods probably didn't want him going with a full head of steam to the basket. You know, he's not.
Which is a good call.
Yeah, he's not our best ball handler, and he picked up an offensive foul earlier when he was handling it on a fast break. So rather than take a chance on something bad happening, Coach Woods takes the timeout. So it's 55.
One heck of a tough kid. And look at the Arlington kids that haven't subbed out yet. So you got Mills, Safak, Williams. Those guys haven't subbed out at all. I
don't think they have subbed out at all the whole game. And I'd say in the second half, Arlington, you know, has started the half. He played about a minute. As we mentioned, he has a bad ankle. He gave it a go. But I don't think Arlington has subbed anybody since Mills substituted. I said since Mills substituted, that's not true. Since Hess substituted out, it's been Hagelin, Williams, Mills, Dingman, and Safak. Minute 11 to go, fourth quarter. Ponders down 6. Here's Caden Mills, beautiful move with the left hand, lays it in. Big time for a Caden Mills drive to the basket, and it's a 4-point lead with exactly a minute to go.
Let him out there. Let him play out there.
Yep, they made this switch with Mills on Chiodo instead of Jalen, and Mills is up to the challenge. Here comes Chiodo, a little bounce pass inside, laying it up and in. What a beautiful play by Woburn.
Beautiful pass.
Tozzolo gets the bucket, and a beautiful play by Chiodo, and a big, big hoop for the Tanners. 57-51, Ponders down by 6.
Another moving pick on Mills.
Another illegal screen called against the Ponders.
He thought he was picking up a blitzing linebacker.
Mills picks up the foul. Coach Woods wants an explanation. He'll get it. Now,
a good pick. He's just got to keep his feet set.
And now Woburn will take their final timeout. So we are at 57-51 Tanners. 34 seconds to go. I'm guessing Arlington has to go immediately to the foul.
And Woburn has a couple of kids, Dylan for sure, Gattuso and Chiodo. They can definitely stroke it from the foul line, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But they got to do it.
But Arlington's in a good situation here too because they're not in the double bonus yet. So the next 3 fouls will just be 1-and-1s. So hopefully they can capitalize on that. Maybe Woburn misses a couple of front ends. Arlington comes down and hits. But they can't afford to let Woburn just run offense because if they did, Woburn could run 30 seconds off of 34, and that would leave Arlington with no time. So Arlington's going to have to go to the immediate foul
right away.
Right away. You know, go for the steal.
And most importantly, after the foul, is to box out because the Woburn is definitely going to crash the boards.
Yep. Well, Coach Woods still has 2 timeouts remaining. I believe Woburn is now out of timeouts. And I'm sure that what Coach Parker wants to do here is make sure that whenever they inbound the ball, they know who they want to have the ball. So whoever that person is for Woburn, who he has chosen to be the guy to take these big free throws down the stretch, that's who they want to run the play for to inbound the ball to. I doubt it's Caffarella.
I'm saying it's Chiodo.
It is Chiodo with the ball, and Mills right there with the foul.
Good quick foul. He's a gamer here. I could see him hitting these.
Caden Mills picks up foul number 3. Michael Chiodo at the line with 11 points, 6 here in the fourth quarter, in a one-on-one situation. Even just making one is going to make it a 3-possession game and make things really difficult for Arlington. 1-1. Rolls in the first one.
Got a box out here, and if the ball goes in, you got to get it up the court quick and attack that hoop or get an open 3.
So it's pretty much Gattuso in the first half and Chiodo here in the second half. The 1-2
Yeah, they took
punch.
turns scoring, right, Don?
Yep, half to half. Both of them for Chiodo. The senior knocks them both down. Arlington down by 8, 30 seconds to go. Dingman for 3. No. Rebound fought for. Safak comes up with it. He's going to go up strong and lays it up and in. And Arlington will take a timeout. Safak now in double figures. 59-53 Woburn with 21.7 seconds to go.
Definitely double-double for Safak, for sure.
Definitely. And probably 4 or 5 blocks, too, I would imagine. So it's going to be difficult for the Ponders. They need a couple of missed free throws. You know, the next 2 fouls for Arlington will still be 1-on-1s for Woburn. They need some misses and some quick conversions.
A quick turnover maybe on the press here.
That would be even better. Woburn really had very little trouble getting that last ball inbounds from the sideline. They passed it in to Chiodo, who was pretty much by himself, and Caden Mills had to hurry over to commit the not intentional foul, but the foul that Arlington needed to stop the clock. Of course, Arlington has to be careful here too. You know, make sure you go for the ball, make it look good. Don't shove anybody from behind. Don't tackle anybody.
You don't want 2 on the ball.
No. 21.7 seconds to go. Ponders down 6, 59-53 Woburn. Baseline privileges for the Tanners. Right to Chiodo. Oh, and Mills got
almost
a hand
picked it
on it. That was a dangerous spot to inbound that ball. You young players, I mean, unless you really have to, you really don't want to inbound that ball to the corner, because you have 2 sideline and end line that act as defenders. Now Mills picks up the foul. Mills has got to be careful because they kind of need him for these final 19 seconds for other things, and that's foul number 4. So Arlington has to do a good job of having somebody else commit this automatic foul these last couple of times.
They got to get someone pick up Chiodo besides him because he's going to foul out on the next possession.
Yep. So Chiodo will go to the line for a 1-on-1. He hit both those last time at the line.
Confident kid.
Nothing but net on that one.
He had a good game. He played tough defense, passed the ball, scored when they needed him to.
Yeah, now Woburn's not even going to put anybody in on the lane. They don't want anybody picking up a foul, but they'll probably apply token pressure to the Spy Ponders just to prevent them from rolling the ball forward and using up no clock. Chiodo hits them both. 16 now for Chiodo, 17 seconds ago. Arlington down 8. Jaden Williams from way downtown. It's short. Chiodo with the rebound. Ball's knocked loose. They're going to get Safak on a reach-in foul, and Chiodo says, "Oh, thank you. I can go to the line and pad my stats a little bit." Yep. I don't know that Arlington probably would have fouled there, but Safak still fighting for that loose ball, commits the reach-in foul. And now the Woburn sideline, or the fans, I should say, directly in front of us, getting excited because they see the writing on the wall. It's going to be a big victory for the Tanners. They're going to improve to 8-9 on the season. Spy Ponders will drop to 6-10. It's a 1-on-1, guys. This one's good. I guess they just figured he was going to make it, so they didn't really aggressively pursue that rebound. And now the score is going to make this game look a little bit bigger than it was, but
it was a hard-fought game the whole way.
You got to give Chiodo credit. He hits 6 of 6 down the line. 10 seconds ago, Arlington down by 10. Williams for 3, no good. Ball rebound, knocked out of bounds by Will Safak. It'll be Woburn ball, and Woburn will just have to inbound the ball with 2.3 seconds to go.
I'm hoping for no foul here, Don.
I don't think they will. If Jaden does and the officials call it, I'm surprised. Well, I guess when you put 2 hands on the player like that, you kind of have to call it. So Foul is called, and this will put Gattuso at the line, so he's happy. He can get to, no, not quite to 20. He has 17. But Chiodo with 18, so this is a little, if they have a rivalry amongst themselves about who's going to be the high scorer of the game, that's what all these free throws mean. Gattuso hits the first.
Looks good in the box score tomorrow.
Sure. And the rebound by Digman, and that'll go. He'll launch it for the heck of it, and that will end it. Let's run down the scoring docket for both teams. For Woburn, Dominic Caffarella had 4 points, Liam Dillon had 8, Brett Tozzolo had 10, Josh Freeman had 6, Michael Chiodo and Joe Gattuso both with 18. But I'm going to give the nod to Chiodo as the Woburn player of the game, Tim, simply due to the fact that he scored most of his points in the fourth quarter, hit 6 of 6 down the stretch at the line to really ice this one away for the Tanners.
And not just the scoring, he played really, really good on the ball defense. He had some nice passes. That backdoor pass was probably the pass of the game besides Mills's pass. I'm with you on player of the game right there.
For Arlington, Caden Mills with 5, James Digman with 5, Owen Hagelin hit 3 3-pointers for 9 points, Will Safak with a double-double, 11 points, and we don't keep track of rebounds, but probably close to 20 rebounds, if not more. High point man for the Spy Ponders and the ACMi Arlington player of the game is Jaden Williams with 23 points.
Yeah, Williams played really good, but I'll tell you what, I like Safak. I mean, that kid just gave it his all. He played defense, he rebounded, he did everything that they asked of him. Both those guys had really good games, and you can't leave out when you're talking about people that play hard and are good team players is Mills. Mills does everything for you, and they can hang their heads high. They played hard and had a really good game. Ran into a good team in Woburn tonight.
A reminder that the next Arlington game is also the next Arlington home game on February 15th when Arlington will host O'Brien High School. And also keep in mind a week from tonight on February 18th is senior day when Arlington will face Belmont. So for the ACMi sports producer Anim Asmani and his staff, Ashley Chung, Saul Yudusky, Ruhan Sharman Soneja, and my partner tonight was Tim Hoffman. I'm Don Phelan signing off here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium. The final score, Woburn 64, Arlington 53. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks again, Don.